Hey, AK Media, just gonna give you guys a little bit of a recap of the day per se. We made incredible progress for our journey to 10K a month with a new cold call system and cold email and funnels. We've actually booked two appointments just in one day. We've signed a client and we have our onboarding call tomorrow. We have another one the day after and on Friday. So in the past 2 days, we've gotten 3 appointments for our business, and it's actually going incredible. There's this new strategy that we're kind of implementing where we set off a block of time for when we cold call, for when we email, and we only do outreach during that time. We don't set any specific numbers. We just hammer the phone. We just hammer the emails. We just hammer outreach. Because there's something called Parkinson's Law. It states that when you have an allotted amount of time and you have to get work done, this time period will fill up the amount of time, or like, I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. But the amount of work that you need to get done, it's gonna fill up that time frame, right? So if you have work that normally or on average takes 30 minutes, but you have 2 hours, you're gonna procrastinate. Like if you give yourself 2 hours to do 30 minutes of work, that 30 minutes of work is gonna turn into 2 hours long when you in fact could have done it in 30 minutes. So we've started implementing a block schedule that recurs Monday through Friday. And our schedule is a little bit different on the weekends because you don't want to cold call and send out emails on the weekend because people just don't really get, like they're not going to be in that mind space to answer the phone, listen to your pitch, I'm going to make a video about our cold call systems, what we actually use. I'll give out our scripts, our systems, everything that we use. It's going to be some absolute sauce. It's going to go over our calculators, how we get our leads, how we source them, how we call them, our tonality, our mindset, the block period again. Just going to give like an all of a once over. So this is Tuesday, Monday with MLK Day. So that was, we did cold call and we booked an appointment yesterday. So the video I posted yesterday was more of like a day one, but today I'm going to start a sequence where I record every single day of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then at the end of the week, I'm gonna compile them and then post a YouTube video about the week, just documenting every single day until we hit that 10K a month, and then we're gonna start monetizing our audience that we've grown or whatever. Not even monetizing, but we're gonna start building out a school community so that we can give you all free value, how we did it step by step, because that's what I feel is my purpose in life. Is I want to be able to help other people that are in my position scale and grow their businesses in SMMA, and that's what I think God put me on this earth to do, and that's just what I love doing. Working here, it grows me closer to God. I have that security. I have like that feeling to be able to serve others and also be able to make a lot of money, be able to provide for my family and my future family and be financially free, and that's what I think I want to do in life. I don't see myself doing, anything else. But again, with how it's going, we're journaling every single day. We try to hit a couple of wins every day. I've got physical, mental, and spiritual. So I go to training every single day. I stretch every day. I massage every day. I make sure to read 10 pages a day. I do a new vocabulary to expand my vocabulary. So I'm not cursing, so I'm not speaking illfully. I want to speak with confidence and assertiveness, so I have meaning behind the words that I say, and that especially translates into sales and how you can talk to people over the phone without stumbling over your words, without being scared, without being nervous. You have that pause, you have that emphasis on your words. And then we have our spiritual wins where I write down the verse of the day, so I get into God's word, and then I have obviously I do my prayer. I do that in the morning, before meals, after meals. I need to get better about that. And then at night, of course. And I read between 2 and 3 chapters of the Bible each day. I'm working on Proverbs right now, which I think it's honestly really helped give me wisdom when it comes to business. And yeah, the books I'm reading right now, they're over there, but I'm reading Power of Broke. It's by one of the guys on Shark Tank. I think it's Damien. I'll get it for the next video, but some absolute sauce is Scientific Advertising by Laurel D. Hopkins, I believe. That is probably, I would recommend top 3. Honestly, I would put that probably top 2 books that I've read for marketing specifically. Maybe not business, but for marketing, it's absolutely insane. You just like the psychology behind how to sell to somebody, how to frame something so it's more appealing to them. And it's not even like, it just talks about persuasion in an ethical way, of course. You're not manipulating, you're not deceiving people, but you're able to frame something in such a way where it shows that they need it, right? And you're giving that value to them as well. And another book I have right here is The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing, and that is by Al Rees and Jack Trout. I'm going to be starting this soon. I've been doing some research and everything, and it seems to be absolutely incredible. So it's going to be able to spit some game, and then I make sure I drink a lot of water every day. But journaling has been incredible. Allows you to, and there's another law, I forget the name of it, but it says that writing down your problem solves half of it, and it truly does. If you can write something down that's going on in your head, you can literally rewire your mind to believe something different, right? So if you also gotta get rid of your negative self-talk. So if I'm writing something down, or if in my head I'm like you can't do it, like I don't even like saying that, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what you say, like with the words I, and reality. So it's like you're telling yourself that, like it's confirming that without you knowing. So you have to be able to say, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So there's something called, obviously, affirmations, right? There's something I like to do, it's called confirmations. So I do that when my mind gets really, like I get into like those slumps, or like those intrusive thoughts that tell you to stop going, to stop pushing. And you say, let's say for example, you say you're an entrepreneur. So you literally write down, I am a entrepreneur, and you write a reason why. And you sit down for anywhere between 5 and 15, 30 minutes, and you're gonna just write on paper. And you'll be surprised how many times and how many reasons you can come up with. It's ridiculous. So I am an entrepreneur because I work every single day right after school. I am an entrepreneur because I've booked appointments and I've gotten clients. I am an entrepreneur because I'm innovative, right? I am an entrepreneur because I've had multiple sales calls. I'm an entrepreneur because I've discovered something new in cold calling, cold email, Instagram DMs. I'm an entrepreneur because I've mastered Facebook ads. It just keeps on going, right? And the same thing with like achieving 10K a month, and that's what I'm using right now is I make 10K a month, or I'm worthy of 10K a month, or I can make 10K a month because so-and-so did it. If they can, why can't I, right? They've just been in the space longer. They have that grit. They've simply just put more time into it. It could be one because they're older than me. Pretty much everybody that I know, right? And building connections, of course. But so like, I am worthy of making 10K a month because Christian Jamal did it. I am worthy of making this because Sam Millsap did it, because Alex Sedlak did it, because Thomas, because X, because Y, because Z, and you just write it down, and and that literally reframes and rewires your brain scientifically. It's proven by a neuroscientologist, or like a neuroscientist, sorry. And Andrew Huberman is the word, or is the name. and he speaks about how you can literally reframe your mind and how you can literally change your synapses simply by just reprogramming your subconscious mind. It's ridiculous. It kind of gets into law of attraction and all of that, and that's a video for another day. But law of attraction is very real. You attract what you do, right? If you think about your problems, you're gonna actually make your problems worse, right? So that's a little bit of an update for today. Tomorrow, for day 3 per se, I'm gonna make a video running through our cold call system, and I'm gonna give a little bit of like a recap and an update on how our appointment went, if he showed up, how it went, if we closed him, etc., etc., etc. Because we've been texting him, but we don't have his personal cell. I have the cell that I called his business at. So, but I have his email. So it's just, we're trying to work on responding and everything. But I get it, people are very busy. He's in a completely different time zone. He's out in Arizona. So very understandable. If he doesn't show up, I'm gonna call him, follow up with him. And if he doesn't show up, that's fine. But then we have the call the next day up to an onboarding call of someone we're gonna integrate it with our systems. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of a rundown of how we do our cold calls. And I'm gonna record one of the cold calls of what I do, how I do it, what I say, and then I'll put some links in the description, give you guys just some free sauce about how I actually cold call and how I actually can get these appointments booked. 3 in 2 days, and I did 80 dials in 2 days. That's it. Obviously we want to do more, right? But with this guy, I was on the phone with him for literally 30 minutes, just talking to him and pitching him and selling him on the phone. Then you have to get another appointment. It just went from cold call to onboarding. So he's on board. And then it's all about asking questions, getting to know them, getting to know what their issue is and how you can solve it. And you frame your solution to fix their problems objectively. Then you figure out how to do that, right? So you sell it and then you figure out how to do it, right? We know how to do it. But if you're needing to do it like now, right? Doesn't even matter about your website, doesn't matter about your name, your logo, just get on the phone, just start calling, and it'll do you wonders. Tomorrow I'm gonna just again post that sauce for y'all, and let's see how it goes from there. This is going to be day 2, more like day 3. If I'll be completely honest, for accurate, or the second consecutive day of recording for this YouTube video specifically. But today we closed another client, another one. You know, it's incredible. We closed one yesterday over the phone. We were on the original call for about 30 minutes. We closed him. We're onboarding him tomorrow. We'll also let you guys know how that goes as well. And then today we closed a guy. He is based out in Arizona. Yeah, in the construction industry. And yeah, I think it's just amazing how traffic and everything was so slow these past couple months, and then stuff really just started to pick up, like something just clicked with Casper and I, and it's just been awesome, you know. And because I've had that mindset shift, I want to be able to relay that to you guys, so you guys can get some value. It's like some actual, you know, reason for watching these videos, because you're not just gonna listen to me spiel to the camera about my business, right? You're gonna want something I can give you, and I want to be able to do that. So I'm just gonna speak a little bit more about today. I wasn't able to cold call because I did cold call, but I didn't record myself cold calling, only because I now realize that I can't record and call at the same time. So I gotta figure that situation out. Probably use like one of my family member's phone or something like that, or do a collab with Casper and get us a little double work day, perhaps this weekend or so, or maybe next week, to get that kind of set over with. I'm gonna figure out these Loom videos so I can share my screen and record myself at the same time. Only thing is my actual, like, my camera that I use sales calls for, I think it's absolutely horrible. You know, I paid decent money for it. I don't know why it's so bad. I think it looks bad on my end, but like the clients and guests, they said it was okay, so I'm not super worried about that. But to kind of get into the video today, cold calling went great. We're using that framework, like that block schedule once again, and we literally just sit down and we just dial. We use a software called Apollo.io. We pay $60 a month for it. It's how we send out our automated cold email. We're working on our copywriting skills and everything that goes along with that. We get good open rates, good. We're working on our reply rates, and we get a lot of views on our funnel. Can also go over funnel creation in another video. Probably not this video, because this is more tailored to cold calling, as to what I've kind of, people have been asking me about, like in my personal life. Just kind of like, I've had a couple friends here and there be like, hey, so I've tried out cold calling, I've tried this, I've tried that, but I haven't seen success in it. And to those of you who asked me that, and if you're watching this, and honestly to anybody at home, it's just sheer volume. It's gonna suck. And mentally you have to be prepared to sit down every single day for hours and just cold call. It sucks. But what sucks more, it's not achieving my dream of 10K a month, right? Or 25K, 50K, 100K a month. Like, because you have to sacrifice for your dreams. So if you have a dream and you don't want to cold call, which are you gonna sacrifice? You're not gonna sacrifice your dream simply because you don't want to cold call. That's ridiculous. So it's looking a little, I'm probably gonna have to edit this out. Okay. Just sheer volume, just getting it out there. Hey, what's going on? This is day 3, or should I say 4, of the YouTube channel, or for the specific video, kind of just going over this day by day, kind of a weekly thing. I really don't have like a plan for this video. I literally just pulled on my phone, hit record, and just started talking. So just to kind of start, we had an onboarding call today with this one guy. His name was Phil. At 1:30, he did not show up. I rushed home from school, and it ended up not working out, right? So I wasted 30 minutes of my time, right? To look back on it, instead of wasting 30 minutes of my time, if he doesn't show up in 10 minutes to respect my time and myself, honestly, and Casper's time, we did this thing. We did it at the end, but we should have done it earlier. Is we messaged him. We were like, hey, so we have other things to get to, right? We gotta go. Perhaps we can reschedule, to kind of put the pressure back on him, because it's not our fault, right? It's more about the respect, because if he doesn't respect you, he's not gonna want to work with you. So kind of had to deal with that. We then cold called again after. Did about 50 to 60 dials each today, so we got some solid outreach. Our pickup rate was really low for some reason. I think it might just be like the day, but I also kind of sifted back through the beginning of the list, because I really try and sift through the list as much as possible, right? So with cold calling, we have our allotted time. We have our list of hundreds of people, right? We have our scripts, we have our calculator, this and that. We can go into that later, but if there's something, right, for example, I have one with 500 to 600 people, that should take us minimum 2 to 3 weeks to get through. Maybe 2, like maybe 1.5 at the earliest, right? You get through all of it. You gotta have a system where you mark who didn't pick up. There's a gatekeeper. If you close them, if they want you to call back, dead phone numbers, right? There's different. We have a coloring system, and then we also have a OKR calculator. And what that is basically is, it's kind of a calculator where it shows well, there's two different ones. There's the first one where you can literally put in how many appointments you need each month, and it will simply calculate your daily dials based off of like long shots of stuff, or not on stuff, like you're really underestimating it, right? So if I am cold calling and like your pickup rate is horrible, it's like 20%, and then of that 20% you only pitch like half of them, and of that half you only close like 2% of them, right? So the bar is really low, but the time will compound, the cold calling will compound, right? So if you sit down and you tell yourself, hey, I am going to cold call 50 people every day, Monday through Friday, right? 50 times 5 is 250. That's 1,000 people that you've called in 1 month that is directly related to your niche. By the end of that month, you'll have data, if you track it, obviously, of how many people picked up, what your pickup rate is, what your pitch rate is, what your appointment booking rate is, and you track that, right? And if your booking rate or like your pickup rate is bad, then you know your quality of leads is bad, right? If your pitch rate is bad, that means your opening is horrible. And if your book rate is bad, then there's a problem with the pitch. So you kind of just go through that, and whatever is lacking, you fix after you get enough data, right? Because just one day is not going to determine your cold calling experience or, you know, success per se. So, and it's not just about that. You got to call at the right times. You have to consider time zones. You have to consider everything. Like these people, they're completely dropping everything that they're doing to see a random phone number call them. They answer the phone, they're taking the time out of the day to stop whatever they're doing, and they're listening to you, thinking that they have business, right? So you have to have a solid opener, right? Ours is, hey, I was just trying to get in touch with first name, last name, right? So we've addressed them. They're like, so we wait for acknowledgement. They're like, yeah, who's this? Or yes, speaking. And then we go, hi, or hello, with obviously you have to have that energy in the beginning to like, you know. So, hi, my name is Alexander, and I'm the CEO of your business name, right? I'm the CEO because, you know, you've established that you're the owner of this company. You establish why you're reaching out, who they are, your name, right? They're already like, okay. You say who you're with, so I am the CEO of a marketing agency. I just wanted to personally reach out to you. Okay? Just wanted to personally reach out to you. If you've got 23 seconds, I'd love to tell you why I'm reaching out, or I'd love to tell you why I'm reaching out. That emotion, that feeling when you tip your chin down and you're speaking with confidence. Because if you're speaking like this, you're speaking not fulfilled. You're speaking like you're not confident. You want to project your voice. You want to be confident in the words that you're saying. In the beginning, I understand it's gonna suck. It's really gonna suck. I would call people, they would answer, and I would hang up on them. I would literally call people, be in the middle of my sentence, and just hang up because I was scared, right? It's gonna take time. But if you can master the script, you can master your voice and how you project yourself. You just do it over and over and over. It'll be fine. Even to this day, even the most professional cold callers, they still have that kind of like that antsy feeling before they call their first person. But once they call it, then they're on a roll. Once you get that appointment booked, you're on a roll. Even when you just get past the pitch, like you're on the roll. Like you feel good. You get some push-ups, you get the blood flowing, everything is good. And then from there, you work into your pitch, and then you want to sell the meeting to explain them. You're not gonna sell them on the phone. You want to sell them a meeting, or you want to sell them, or you essentially are selling more time, or you're essentially trying to buy their time over the phone call. So I engage with questions. People love talking about themselves, right? So after we're obviously done talking about, or whenever we finish the pitch, I'm like, okay. So we opened it, we pitched them, and then I'm like, okay, let me ask you, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to X or Y? And then if they say like, oh, I'm having issues, well, do you have something in place to manage X or manage Y? And you can customize this to your niche. But getting them to talk about themselves and have them reveal their own pain points and own failures without them even realizing it. They realize that they have an issue that they didn't even realize. I'd sound like an idiot. They notice that they have an issue that they haven't previously realized. And I think that's huge. And that's what's worked for me. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. Probably in an upcoming video, if you guys want to just drop it down in the comments, I will share my screen and I'll have my camera pulled up here. This is my phone I'm recording on, my camera, and I will screen record me going through it, and I'll actually record me calling, and I'll show you me booking. But we got another appointment today. Actually, 2. Casper got 1, I got 1. So that's a total of 6 appointments in the 3 days. It's incredible. We literally could have signed 6 new clients. One of us ghosted, but we have other people that we haven't, or we have other potential leads that we haven't, cold called, but we still have them as a lead. So we literally could have gotten 6 potential clients, and we literally would have been more than halfway there to 10K. That is ridiculous in 3 days of work, right? Because I know I can deliver on the actual service delivery, and obviously we'll make another video about that, about actually getting the service to these people. Because you're selling them, we're selling them something discounted, we're trying to get their attention, we're just trying to hook them, and then once they're in, then we actually give them that value, we give them what we promise. So that's kind of a recap of the day. Guy didn't show, but reschedule him next week because he is kind of old school. Nothing really on the calendar tomorrow. We do have an appointment tomorrow at about 10 p.m. This is very late, but he's a friend of mine, so nothing too crazy. And yeah, that's about it for day 3. Day 3 cold calling was great. We kept the streak going. We did 2 appointments first day. I think it was 2, 2, and 2. I think so, yeah. I booked 2 the first day. Casper booked 1 the second day. I booked 1 second day. And then we both booked 1 again today, that's incredible. Really hope it follows through. I've been asking God for opportunity like this for so long, and he finally just worked in me, and it just clicked for me, and we changed everything. Like literally at the beginning of this week, we changed our cold call scripts. We changed literally everything. Spent hours fixing and detailing everything up for a new optimized thing, right? But yeah, that was our kind of like a day 3, and then I will come on here tomorrow and give just a wrap up to the video about the cold calling and how it's going. So, but yeah, we're recording content every day, and we are cold calling every day, and we already have our code emails running in the background, etc., etc. But I am now sitting in front of this computer at numbers that I don't think I would have ever seen for this business. If you told me this when I was starting out, I would say you're lying, right? Obviously I had faith, but to actually see it and to actually see the potential of what I can make, I have an opportunity value thing pulled up right here. Shoot, I don't know if y'all can see it. This thing is catching on my bed. 8.23K in 3 days. Obviously that's not what I was paid, right? That's not what was sent into my Stripe account, but that is the value that we have essentially controlled or taken advantage of in these past couple of days. So I'm telling you, just keep writing it out, keep doing it, and I can link some other stuff down in the comments or whatever you guys need. Just let me know. I'm just trying to get this content out there, just trying to get comfortable in front of the camera. It's just so surreal because it's actually happening. I just came on this video and I didn't have any plan of what I would say, of what I would do. Like, I don't even plan out these YouTube videos. I literally just put it on my phone, I hit record without even thinking about it. And I can actually speak in front of the camera, although it may not be good, for close to 13 minutes, right? Just for day 3, and then day 2, day 1. Day 2's is really short because my phone literally died in the middle of it. But I'm just gonna compile it all. It's just gonna be raw. I'm not gonna like go crazy with editing or anything. But that's a little bit of a wrap today. I'll let you know the appointment goes tomorrow. Any challenges we face. I can't cold call tomorrow, unfortunately. I have some family plans. However, I will be cold calling again on Monday, and we'll be posting out on the Instagram at AK Media Collective over the weekend, kind of just detailing the work and what we're doing. And just leave it one thing for this day is to find a mentor, to find someone who's doing what you're doing, and just copy them, right? Obviously, you're not gonna like literally copy them, but you're gonna be. You want to think how they want to think. You want to act how they act. You want to adapt their personality traits and apply them to yourself and your life, and it'll change. And if you really think that this is for you and your purpose and your passion, please stick to it. Just stick to it. Just keep on working. Just work. I'm telling you, it really pays off, right? It doesn't matter. I'll never see these people again. The ones I go to school with, ever. It doesn't matter. Right? I'm so grateful to God that I have my vision, right? This vision, this purpose, this goal, this mindset that I've been blessed with at such a young age that I know I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, I genuinely see myself coaching other people how to build and scale their businesses and their brains as a job, right? Like, that's what I want to do with my life. Like, there was one thing to do, it is that. Because I'm so, I can go to school for 7 hours and I can come home and work for 7 hours and train, right? It's incredible. But I love y'all. Even if y'all aren't watching this, I'm just getting it out there and I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's the end of day 3. I'll see y'all on day 4. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm recording this now as of Sunday, January, I think it's the 25th or no, the 26th. Kind of a busy weekend. Didn't get to recording on Friday night because we didn't end up doing the appointment with that one friend. Things just didn't fall into place, but it's completely fine. We've got an onboarding call tomorrow. But not really even sure what this day is gonna be about. Just had some in-person work to kind of deal with, and then just some prep over the weekend, studying for some stuff with school. A lot of college decisions and stuff came out on Friday and everything, and really worked hard that past week. So just wanted to take some time with family and everything. So yeah, we have an appointment tomorrow. I'm probably gonna get banned on YouTube if I have this out, so I'm just gonna, but still going. What's his face? Oh, so tomorrow we're onboarding a client. Hopefully it falls through. Hopefully we don't get ghosted or anything. And then we have another appointment scheduled on Thursday. But that is with another person. I'm not too sure it is off the top of my head. Gonna get back to cold calling, get back into the groove, kind of setting things up for tonight, just going over everything and making sure that everything is gonna run smoothly, making sure my room's organized. I have my clothes set out. I'm locked in, like, mentally, to wake up and to kind of attack the day without waking up and dreading it. Making sure I'm right with God, make sure that my mind, body, and my spirit is all ready for this next upcoming week. And yeah, so if you guys want me to spit some more game on cold calling and what we do exactly, and just kind of a rundown of like the mindset and everything, just let me know in the comments, and I'm just like, we'll be really motivated and dedicated to getting you guys that kind of content. But all in all, just gonna tackle this week. Gonna get this video posted. This is just raw content. I'm not even like editing this or anything. I'm simply I'm gonna go into CapCut, put all these videos up into one, and call it a day. Probably not like me going out region and doing that and everything, but yeah, boxing is going, it's going great. Still retaining my mass from the gym, and just working on becoming the best, just fulfilling my potential, because not fulfilling my potential is my greatest fear. Because like when I go to heaven, right, when I stand before God and he shows me the potential that I had, or he shows me the potential if I lived up to it or not, and he was like, hey, so you were a business owner, you changed the lives of thousands and helped them achieve their goals financially, emotionally, right? You created businesses and you helped so many people, and you were just dedicated to serving and just being just a good person, just making the right decisions all the time. Obviously nobody is perfect, right? But to be able to make the difference in someone else, and then also again make 10K a month is, it's ridiculous. And I really think that in this day and age, it's really normalized to party and to not focus on yourself. I think people, I truly actually believe that I'm like an outsider, like where I go to school, right? Because I'm always kind of just focused on me and others that I'm close with and God. And like, I don't have time for all like the bullshit, right? Like, there's no point, and I don't talk to many people. I have like 3 or 4 close friends, and then my family, and that's pretty much it. Maybe 5 or 6 if you want to stretch it, but I know that some will leave me, even the ones that I'm close to. I love them, but you never know these days. But really grinding, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity that God has given me, especially this past week. And I just pray that any individual who's watching this achieves your goals, whatever you're doing, whether it's SMMA, whether it's crypto, whether it's trading, drop shipping, even school, like whatever you want to do, that you achieve your dreams. I believe that you can do it. Everyone has a thing that they're good at, and if you just focus on that and get really good at something and just build that, you'll go so far in life. So that's kind of like my wrap for the week. I'm booked, I'll have appointments, onboarding those clients next week. Hopefully it falls through, and yeah, that's about it. We went really far, and before you know it, once we have these clients on board and we're doing stuff for them, it's gonna be rad. So we're gonna do everything that I'm gonna do, everything that I'm gonna do. I'm taking Casper with me, and vice versa. So appreciate y'all, and gonna get this video out to you guys. And next video, I'm probably gonna do more of a rundown of like more of like a mindset kind of switch and like a day in the life and just stuff like that. I'm not gonna have it be like this weekly kind of thing. I'm probably just gonna make a video about, like, keep it short and concise and not have it be like 20 or 30 minutes. It's just gonna be straight and to the point about what I do, how I do it, and like what kind of goes on up here. But at the end of the day, Jesus loves y'all. Amen to that. And I hope you all have a good rest of your week. Y'all, we'll see me soon.